which is verses Canto 4, chapter 12, and sloka number is 6. And title of the chapter is Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet. Srinnatam shakatha krishna punna shravana kirtana hridayantastha hi abhadrani vidhunati suhit satam nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nittam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati ruttama sloke bhakti bhavati nashtake. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Now I am reading the slok. Bhajasya bhajani angrim abhavaya bhavachidam Yuktang virahitam shaktya guna mayatma mayaya bhajasya bhajani angrim abhavaya bhavachidam yuktam virahitam shaktya guna mayatma mayaya bhajasya bhajani angrim abhavaya bhavachidam Yuktang virahitam shaktya guna mayatma mayaya. Hare Krishna. Anyone can repeat, please?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Can I read it?
Yes, Prabhu. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Bhajaspa bhajaniya angrim abhaya bhava chiddam yuktam virahitam shaktya gunamaya mayaya. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I am also trying.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, go ahead.
Bhajasya bhajaniyangri abhavaya bhavachidam yuktam virohitam shaktya gunamayatma mayaya.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Go ahead.
Bhajaniyangrim abhavaya bhavachidam Yuktam virohitam shaktya gunamayatma mayaya.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone would like to read? Synonyms and translation. Nandavas Prabhu, please.
Translation, synonyms.
Yes.
Bhajeswa, engaged in devotional service. Bhajanaya, worthy to be worshipped. Angrim, unto him whose Lord is sweet. Abhaya, for the deliverance of material existence. Bhava Chidam, who can cut the knot of material entanglement. Yuktam, attached. Varahitam, aloof. Sakya, to his potency. Gunamaya, consisting of the modes of material nature. Atma Mayaya, by his inconceivable potency. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. His grace, Prabhupada ki jai. Engage yourself fully, therefore, in the devotional service of the Lord, for only He can deliver us from this entanglement of materialistic existence. Although the Lord is attached to his material potency, He is aloof from her activities. Everything in this material world is happening by the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Anyone wants to read the purport, please? Make him bigger.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In continuation of the previous verse, it is specifically mentioned here that Dhruva Maharaj should engage himself in devotional service. Devotional service cannot be rendered to the impersonal Brahman feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whenever the word Bhajasva appears, meaning engage yourself in devotional service, there must be the servant, service, and the served. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is served. The mode of activities to please Him is called service, and one who renders such service is called the servant. Another significant feature in this verse is that only the Lord and no one else is to be served. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Mam ekam sharanam raja. There is no need to serve the demigods who are just like the hands and legs of the Supreme Lord. When the Supreme Lord is served, the hands and legs of the Supreme Lord are automatically served. There is no need of separate service. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 12.7, Tesham aham samodartam mittu samsara sagarat. This means that the Lord, in order to show specific favor to the devotee, directs the devotee from within in such a way that ultimately is delivered from the entanglement of material existence. No one but the Supreme Lord can help the living entity be delivered from the entanglement of this material world. The material energy is a manifestation of one of the Supreme Personalities Goddess variety of potencies. Parasya Shakti Vividaiva Suyate. This material energy is one of the Lord's potencies, as much as heat and light are the potencies of fire. The material energy is not different from the Supreme Godhead, but at the same time, he has nothing to do with the material energy. The living entity, who is of the marginal energy, is entrapped by the material energy on the basis of his desire to lord it over the material world. The Lord is aloof from this, but when the same living entity engages himself in the devotional service of the Lord, then he becomes attached to this service. This situation is called yuktam. For devotees, the Lord is present even in the material energy. This is the inconceivable potency of the Lord. Material energy acts in three modes of material qualities, which produce the action and reaction of material existence. Those who are not devotees become involved in such activities, whereas devotees who are dovetailed with the Supreme Personality of Godhead are freed from such action and reaction of the material energy. The Lord is therefore described here as Bhava-chidam, one who can give deliverance from the entanglement of material existence. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu, for nice reading. This is so nice, nice slok and nice translation with beautiful explanations. I think in each and every word, like should be a one class. Engage yourself, therefore, in the devotional service of the Lord. For only He can deliver us from this entanglement of materialistic existence. Although the Lord is attached to His material potency, but He is aloof from her activities. Everything in this material world is happening by the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is that continuation of the yesterday's verse, just yuktam. Okay. Before that explanations, I would like to take the blessings of Guru and everyone. Om Agyanang Timirang Dhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurunimilitang Jena Tashmahi Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manohishtam Sthapitang Jena Bhutale Shayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Vandehang Sri Gurung Sri Tapadakamalang Sri Gurung Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Shagrajatang Shahagana Raghunatham Nitam Tam Shajivam Sadvadvaitam Shavadhutam Parichana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Shahagana Lolita Sri Vishakhan Vitangscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatya Deshotarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatya Deshotarine Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. First time stop sharing now. Just my exit. Okay. So Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead. Just before this discussion, I will do some recap from that previous speakers. Nicely, they have spoke about that from chapter 12, first 2, 3, 4, 5. And also that chapter 11, we found Swambhu advising Dhruva Maharaj not to fight with Jaksasas, and he has given the instruction from text 7 to 35, like Bhagavad Gita, how Krishna is giving the instruction to Arjuna. And great sage Jamaitra Muni is telling to Vidara that Dhruva Maharaj's anger is subsided and he completely ceased killing the Yaksasas. And Kubera, the master of treasury, is very pleased with Dhruva Maharaj. And eternal time is one of the important feature of the Lord. And bodily concept of life is a product of ignorance. We need to understand no one can happy unnaturally. Need to know what is Raj Vidya and Ananya Bhakti. Our natural relationship with Lord, like Jibe Sharup Hoy, Krishna Nitya Das. And our devotional service must be like Ganga, river flows to sea despite of many impediments that that Prabhu was discussing day before yesterday. Hrinman Prabhu. And Supreme Personality of Godhead is person. Just yesterday, Prabhuji was discussing that Madhavendra Puri's example, seeing Gopal and Gopinath many times in his dream. So Lord Krishna is person. He is having form. Today, I will discuss about that mainly 3 points, like triple S, servant, service, and the served. That purport we found here, and the Srila Prabhupada purport. So this devotional service having 3 aspects. that there must be the servant and service and the served to whom we serve. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is served. The mode of activities to please Him. This is called service, and one who renders such service is called the servant. So servant, service, and the served. This is that main important discussion today. Now I will discuss one by one. Who is the servant? What is the meaning of service? And who is to be served? Let's see how Bhagavatam says from the Shastras. And what kind of service we will be doing. We are here in material world. Why we are here? We know because of our desire. And we want to be a Lord rather than servant. First step, we are servant, and we must know what is our size and position. We are not the Lord, we are the servant. Let's analyze ourselves. What's our position? What's the self-realization? At first, in this case, we should know what's the size of our soul. Anyone can tell what's the size of that soul? We always read in that Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2. It's Balagru Shatabhagasya Shatadha Kalpitasya cha, means the hair, the tip of the hair. At first we bhag 100 times. Then again, that one bhag means one part. We divide into 100 times. So means it's really hard to imagine that how small it is, our soul, how small. So how can be a so small thing will be a God? And we know God is only one, Ishvara Parama Krishna. And God is greatest, God is only one. So our position of soul is so minute and so insignificant that we can see from the Bhagavad Gita 2:17 from purport. So this, I'm giving down example, this Bhagavatam, how heavy is it? It's, and what's my size? What's my soul size? So insignificant, means millions of times that heavier than the soul. And whatever we are doing, whatever I am doing my service today, it's actually, I don't have any capability, regardless of our spiritual master's mercy, Srila Prabhupada's mercy, and Lord's mercy. Our position only we can desire. But we cannot sanction. Just I'm giving one example. When we buy, so many people buy the lotto ticket, right? Maybe not devotee, but I found if I go any shop, that Pack and Save or any Suprate, anywhere. In the morning, also when if I go to buy the milk, bread, people used to come to buy the lotto ticket. But all they get the tickets? No, they did not. But they are doing their activity. So we can desire only. And Krishna only sanctions. If Krishna doesn't sanction, we cannot get. And we desire Krishna sanctions, and 3 modes of material nature can make it happen. Prakriti Kriyamanani, we have to remember always. And we are not doer. We cannot do anything because we are marginal and so small, so minute, so insignificant. Without mercy of the Lord, we cannot do anything. And we are moving, we are going here and there, whatever we are doing, it's from Lord's mercy. So first stage, we need to self-realize what's our size of the soul and who we are. The same soul is in one an elephant body and an ant as well. So means we only can desire, and our Lord will sanction. That we should understand. And our position is like Onu. It's a little means less than the atom, and the Lord position is Vibhu. Next, so we know then our position because we are servant. Always we have to servant. Now I will discuss about the who is God, who is Krishna. We all know who is Krishna, isn't it? So yesterday how Prajanna Prabhu discussed about his form. He is having form. He is not formless. It has also been told in the purport, in the translations. He is having form. So that Madhavendra Puri's example he has given how Gopals came in his dream. And also we find from the Shastra that Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter 328, where it is telling, everyone knows, Ete Chamsa Kala Pumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan Sayam. The Lord Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Indradi Vakulam Lokam Mridyanti Chuge Chuge. Even Brahma Samhita, it's telling, Ishara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sharvakara Karanam. So, Krishna is Govinda, is the supreme Godhead. He is an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. And he is the origin of all. He has no other origin. And, and he is the prime cause of all causes, whatever is happening. So he is the all cause of causes. And also we found in the Vedic literature that all Vedic literature, especially Katha Upanishad, Nitto Nittanam, Chetanas Chetanam. And also Krishna comes in many forms. Means he is avatari, and so many avatar comes from him, like Narsimhadev, Barahadev. So do you know why the Krishna comes in many forms? Why? Why we see his many forms? Anyone from audience can give the answer, please?
To attract all the living entities.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. And also to please the devotees. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, because different living entities have different moods and different desires, according to fulfill that, so he comes in different forms according to their moods and desires.
Yeah, because we want varieties, isn't it? If every day we eat dal rice, do we like it? No, we need varieties. So that's why our desire is varieties. So that's why he comes in his many forms to please us, to please his, to do his past activities, lila. So and so also depends upon the devotees where they want to do and what they want to serve. That's why those who are having the law and reverence, they used to go to the Vaikuntha, the 400 Narayan form. And someone who wants to see the many forms, they used to go to Dwarka. And what we want, we would like to see his 200 forms, the Braja Gopal, the Braja Jashodanandan, isn't it? That with the Sam Sundar, peacock feather, the dark, the blue color, like cloud color, and with a beautiful smile. So 3 bended forms. We would like to see him like this way. All devotees from ISKCON, we would like to see his form. And why we is seeing his form? Because of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. He has given that Braja Prem. He revealed to us how will be the Krishna. So it means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy that we got it. And also we are very fortunate that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the Braja Prem with holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Once someone tell, so they are attracted with the Krishna. These 2 words, Krishna, it's so attractive. Anyone says, so they are attracted. It's not now, but in certain point, they will come to the Krishna's lotus feet. So now we have to, now I have discussed who is Lord. Lord is Krishna. Now I will discuss about the devotional service. So we know everyone what is devotional service. Okay. So yes, can anyone tell just one or two words or two lines what is devotional service?
Devotional service is fully devoted to the service of the Lord, to please Him in all respect, to please His senses, not our senses.
Yeah.
That's the whole mood of the devotional service.
Devotion. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Go ahead.
Mataji, in Letter of Devotion, Rupa Goswami said, Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmadi anamrita. Anukulyanu Krishnanu Selanam Bhakti Uttam. That is the Uttama Bhakti.
Yeah, true Mataji, true Mataji. Let's analyze more. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, devotional service means trying to please the Lord. It is meant to give Krishna's happiness, not our happiness. Not to give happiness to ourselves. Devotional service is the soul's eternal constitutional propensity, the living entity's natural characteristics. The soul has no other constitutional duty than to offer service to the Lord. And devotional service means activities performed for the pleasure of Lord Krishna with devotion. And Mataji told, and ultimately nor mixed with any desire for personal pleasure. Anna obhilasita sunnam. No other desire, only ananya bhakti. And the best way to begin devotional service is to try to offer everything you do, or some portion, or everything you do, whatever, give it to Krishna. For example, we can say if you cook, and if you earn the money, what you are doing, offer to food, or your activity offer to Lord Krishna before eating. That we do, and Srila Prabhupada he has given that that procedure. We are doing that like this, So, and if you have some skills, those who are designer, those who are architect, they can help in the temple. Those who are accountant, they can help in the accounts of temples. So anyway, whatever you skill, those who are that very nice singers, they can do the bhajan, kirtan. Those who are the dancer, they can offer to the dance to Lord. Radha Giridhari, Srimati Radharani. So whatever we are doing, we have to do for the pleasure of Lord Sri Krishna. In the 12th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, that Lord Krishna has told so many alternatives for the devotional service, several different alternatives. Whatever you do, okay, you do this. And then whatever you cannot do, you do that. So many things. So, but you have to start the devotional service. And also we found that how the chapter 9 that Krishna has told Patram Pushpam Phalam Tayam, okay, means little water, a fruit or flower, whatever you have. Even if you don't have, just pray. If you don't know the mantra, just pray. And that day, Srila Prabhupada's that video, what Prabhupada was telling, just only see him. So means only see him, you will be blessed and you will get the mercy from the Lord. So this is that all are devotional service. And also we know the how our process, the 9 process of devotional service, Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Saranam. So all 9 devotional service, we will start from the beginning. That's why to listen, whatever someone is telling, listens. And how we can connect from this, how we have connected in that ISKCON, because from listening from others that, here is that Krishna Katha is going on. And I remember first I means connected with this ISKCON, and just I was going to job and my radio Torana was on, And I got I hear that advertised from the Radio Tarana that Kartik program is going on. Then I heard from the Sut Krishna Prabhu's name. And from there, I called Sut Krishna Prabhu and that I want to do the Kartik program. So hearing is the first thing. That way we connect. So all means to please to Krishna, but the devotees use the different mode and they are having desire in different places. In Vrindavan, what their desire? Their desire is only one desire. Their desire is to please Krishna. Everything from the right, from the trees, the dust, the airs, the Brajavasi, gopis, friends, all are devotees of Krishna and they want to please Krishna. They have only one desire. So it depends upon the devotees' mood from there, what they are doing. But we are, especially me, that try to doing, but not only one desire. We have so many desires. We think, oh, how our kids will be in that Krishna consciousness and to please Krishna. But means not like that only one. We have so many desires, but with and indirectly we are pleasing to Krishna. And that also Vishwanath Chakravarti has told that beginning only one devotee of Lord Krishna. Do you know who is only one devotee? Only one devotee. And only one servant of Lord Krishna. That Vishwanath Chakravarti has told. Anyone guess? Srimati Radharani. Yeah, because we cannot serve Lord Krishna direct through Srimati Radharani. But can we serve direct to Srimati Radharani? No. That's why we say, Gopi Bhartur Padakamalar Dasha Dasha Dashanu Dasha. This is our process. We have to pray to Srimati Radharani. We have to serve to Radharani, who pleases to Radharani, like Srila Prabhupada. If we cannot direct service to Srila Prabhupada, we have to serve to our spiritual master. So in this way, we have to always remember we are Dasha, Dasha, Dashanu Dasha, because we cannot serve directly to them. And our Srila Prabhupada, he is pure devotee. And if we only help to Srila Prabhupada, because then our life will be success, because he knows Krishna. Once I heard from that, from the lecture of the Tamal Krishna Goswami. Once Srila Prabhupada made the laddu, and he has given to Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Then after that, he's asking to Tamal Krishna Goswami that how is the laddu? Then Tamal Krishna Goswami this is out of the world. I never ate like that. Then Srila Prabhupada was telling, yes, that Jasoda Maya used to make this laddu for him, for Kanha, for Lala. So how he knows that the Jasoda Maya's recipe? He did not meet the Jasoda Maya. But how he knows? Because he eats from spiritual world. That's why he knows the recipe, how Krishna likes. And when Krishna wants to go to Beijing, he used to take that laddu. And always means it's connection. Means he is having connection with Vrindavan, with Krishna. That's why Srila Prabhupada often used to tell, Vrindavan is my home. Any lecture you will listen, Vrindavan is my home, because he is connected. And so that's why we have to serve, we have to assist Srila Prabhupada in this ISKCON movement, because we are very insignificant. We don't have any capability, and we are not doer. Everything happening by our Lord mercy. Only we can desire. We have to mind, we have to keep our desire to serve Lord with Srimati Radharani, with Srila Prabhupada, and with our mercy of the spiritual masters. Now, that devotional service having two natures. One is direct and other one is indirect. So anyone can give the example of direct service? What is that, the direct service?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Vapu Vani.
Direct service.
Bapu.
Direct service.
Yeah, this is serving directly to the Guru Maharaj physically.
Yes. Direct service to Lord means when we are that Bhagavatam class, when we are chanting, and when we are cooking the food for Lord in the temple. But when we are cooking that food in our home, that is indirect service, because that thinking how my daughter will like, how my Prabhu will like, and that then after we offer to Lord. But in temple, it's a direct service. Whatever we are doing for the Lord, what our Radha Giridhari will like, what Radharani will like. We see the Lord, the Janmashtami day, and also we see how our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada like, our Acharya, his divine grace. So also the Sri Radhashtami coming, we will think about that, how our Srimati Radharani will like, we will decorate that way. So that is the direct service. And that's why we tell as much, how much we can, we should engage ourselves with the direct service to the Lord. Indirect service is how we can become our, how we can do our kids in the Krishna consciousness. This is also means indirect service. But we are Grihastha, we are not like Brahmachari, Sannasi. They do the direct service more. But we have to take the example of the Grihastha, who is doing more for the Lord. Who is doing more and more? That's like Jasoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj. They are always thinking about the Lord Krishna. So it means any way we have to engage to Krishna service, direct or indirect, anyway. That actually it's depend our mentality. When we are doing the prasad distribution, what we are doing? When we are doing to give that some normal people, they are thinking this is a food. But this Sukriti will come one day. But those who are taking is like, this is a remnant of that Sri Radha Giridhari, what their mood are. So that mood is different of the devotees as well. Just I am, and this is also devotional service. I'm giving one example that Ramanujarya, he was feeding that remnant of Lord, feeding the rice, little bit rice to fish, and fish became 400 from, and to go to Vaikuntha. That his disciple is telling, oh, means we are your disciple. We did not get that liberations. How fish has got? Then Ramanujarya told, it's depend upon the mood, how you are taking the process. So just I'm telling that we have to, we have to think about the mood and how is our mood, how we are doing. That our Srila Prabhupada is real, as we know, it's pure devotee, and he is connected with the Lord Krishna directly. And when we see the deity, then actually we think this is means Srila Prabhupada's heart. He installed, if I don't have any love, how can I give it to you? So means we need to think, this all deities in the temple, in ISKCON temple, from Srila Prabhupada's heart. So Srila Prabhupada gave to us this one. That's why he always tells, let's do the service. Simple seeing, you will get the blessings from your deity, from your local deity. And also, Srila Prabhupada was talking to Tamal Krishna Goswami, and when he was saying, and he's sitting on the means baranda, little bit far away from the means temple, and he is saying the deity, and he's also saying that how devotees is serving to Lord Shamsundar. And he's telling Tamal Krishna Goswami before he's leaving the body, maybe in this year, that year, 1977, that how fortunate is Pujari are. They are serving to Lord's lotus feet directly. How fortunate. We are seeing from the far away, but those who are the Pujari, they are doing the direct service. So it's really means we are fortunate, and we are serving to the Srila Prabhupada and Sri Radha Giridhari directly. We are touching the deity, deity's lotus feet. We are really fortunate, and attachment comes automatically. That's why means from my heart I can tell those who are not taking initiation, take the initiation, and those who are having the second initiation, just try to do the deity service. The attachment you will get, and you will realize what the attachment is in the beginning, and now I can realize that attachment. So please don't waste your time and try to engage yourself to the Lord's service, to Srila Prabhupada's service, and to your Lord's spiritual master service. And whatever we are doing means going to temple, doing any service, it's the mercy of our spiritual masters. That we should understand always. Even little service, even book distribution, even means plucking the flower from the garden, any small service, it is mercy of the spiritual master. Without mercy of the spiritual master, we cannot do. Just I am giving the one's experience, and that's Srila Prabhupada's appearance day. Govinda Kinkar Prabhu told that 12 o'clock will be the offering, and devotees are try to make the chappan bhog. And I think you all are having experience how busy in that two kitchens, upstairs and the downstairs. And Tilokini Mataji told me that you make the shukto. And I found that upstairs I cannot get the chance because it's so busy. And I came down, I found that kitchen is a bit free. So I tried to cook. I started my thing to arrange and try to cook that shukto. Just within 2 minutes, I found that 4 burners are all engaged. One Mataji is making chapati, Ramanya Mataji is frying something, and one Prabhu is making samosa, means half-cooked samosa, and other way he's doing. And how he's doing, I also surprised. It's a half, means a half pan ghee is there, and just he frying, and he taking out in his hand. Means it's not fully dipped, but half dipped, and he's taking out in the pan because no time to search the things to take it out tongue. So this is that Srila Prabhupada's mercy. They finished before 12 o'clock. And it's offered in all things came to the in front of Srila Prabhupada at 12 o'clock. Means without blessings, we cannot do things in that congested area, in congested and in little time and so many people. This is all I think Srila Prabhupada. This is Srila Prabhupada's mercy, not I think. So also we found from that this is all about the devotional service. And also we found from the devotional service is 3 aspects in that nectar of devotion, what Rupa Goswami has described. The devotional service in practice and in ecstasy, and devotional service in pure love of God. We need to practice. Practice is means sadhana bhakti. That we have to employ our senses in the particular type of work that we are doing, what Srila Prabhupada is giving. Morning, that Mangal Arati, getting up, and then we are doing that Guru Puja, and then the Bhagavatam class, And this is that we are sadhana bhakti. Just like I'm giving the one example of sadhana bhakti, that actually this practice is not artificial. That when child learns or practice to walk, he walk like this way. But this is this walking is not unnatural. This walking capacity is there originally in the child. Simply a little practice, he walks very nicely. So similarly, the devotional service to the Supreme Lord is the natural instinct of every living entity. Even uncivilized men like the Aborigines, they also offer the respectful obeisances to something wonderful exhibited by nature's law. So means when we are consciously, we are doing something for the Supreme Lord, this is the consciousness. And when we are purified with this, and this is called pure devotional service or Krishna consciousness. In the beginning, I told that child has no capacity to walking, but if they practice, he can walk nicely. And when we wish to develop our innate capacity for devotional service, there are certain processes which means by our accepting and executing them will cause that dormant capacity to be invoked. Such practice is called sadhana bhakti. Also, Narada Muni has told in the sadhana bhakti in the Srimad Bhagavatam 7th canto, first chapter 30th verse. He says to King Yudhishthira, my dear king, one has to fix his mind on Krishna, in Krishna by any means jeno teno prakareno. That is called Krishna consciousness. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given that Maha Mantra, that authorized program. This is also beginning the chanting that holy name. This is, you can chant with congregation, we can chant alone. This is also, this is very, very powerful that we are experiencing. Also that Ambarish Maharaj example we can take. He was a responsible king, but he fixed his mind in Krishna. So that way we can start our sadhana bhakti. And then sadhana bhakti is having also that two aspects. One is also the two parts, Vaidhi bhakti and Raganuga bhakti. I'll not got that and I'll not go that there. Even also when we read the Bhagavad Gita, that first chapter about that, what called that the armies in the battlefield, how many armies are there about, and second chapter is giving that about all summary of Bhagavad Gita, but mainly for that soul, how is our position. So giving the knowledge, and then about that karma activity, we have to do some activity. Then it's giving the transcendental knowledge. At first, we are servant. Then we have to do something. Then the gyan, who we want to serve, who to be served. So in that way, we can do our devotional service. In Bhagavatam also, everywhere you will find that this triple S, servant, service, and to be served. And also, I would like to tell, in this world, in this material world, there is nothing apart from the devotional service. Even that mundane people, that karmi, they are also doing the devotional service, because we all are part and parcels. That marginal potency is from also Krishna. We are engaged the Yogamaya, they are with the Mahamaya, but both potency from the Krishna. So he is having Vividhaiva Shakti. He is varieties of potency, and but he is aloof. He is aloof. He is not attached with the all things, all varieties, and whatever he is doing. He is omnipotent, omniscient, and he is creator. He is the annihilator. He is everything. And just I would like to tell you that trick of spiritual advancement is the ideas who is very dear to Krishna, to serve him who is very dear to Krishna, means our spiritual masters. He is very dear to his spiritual masters, and his spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada is very dear to Krishna. In this way, means daso, dasanu, dasho. We have to do our service this way. And also we have to remember the mode of the gopis. How do they do? They are making the garland, whatever they are doing, the preaching for Krishna. And I remember that from one class that when Akrura is taking the Krishna and Balaram to Mathura, the gopis are crying and also telling that Krishna, please come back, please come back. If only pleases you, if only pleases you to come back. Otherwise, for us, no need to come. Means always they think about the Lord Krishna. And also every day when we do the Guru Ashtakam, what we pray, Jasa Prasada Bhagavat Prasado, that Tranaya Karunno, means if we do every day when with the mood, with the meaning, that we'll understand what's our process. Even Shiksakshtakam, and in the beginning we think we will go back to Godhead, but when our knowledge increases and we think, that Janmani means we will serve anywhere, everywhere to serve Lord Krishna. Our motive should not be I will go, means I or me. And also whatever you want for material and spiritual, go to Krishna, not demigods. And that's why we can get some reference from the Shastra, what they have told, that 729 Bhagavad Gita, the intelligence person, they surrender to material for material desires to demigods, but those who are the intelligence, they surrender to Lord Krishna. That also we found from the Bhagavatam, that Canto 2, 3 or 10, Akama Sarva Kamava Moksha Kamo Udadhyo Tibrena Bhakti Jogena Jajitu Purusham Param. A person who is broader intelligence, where he be full of all material desire, without any material desire or desiring liberation, must be all means worship the Supreme Whole, the personality of Godhead. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita is told, Akile Ishvara Krishna are Shabi Bhritto. So we have to remember all these things. And our our golden rule, we have to remember, and triple S, we have to remember, that servant, service, and to be served. And golden rule, we have to remember. What is our golden rule? Always remember Krishna, means direct service, and never forget Krishna, means indirect service. We have to think about how we can remember Krishna always. This is the golden rule. And that's why I will finish my class. And just I'm touching upon the two more points where that translation, it has been told, Bhavachidam means our Krishna is deliverance. We find in the Kurukshetra that 64 crore deliverance by the Lord Krishna, Shishupal. It means all will get the delivered, and he is Mukunda. Also, we found the Mukunda Sutramala and Shishupal. Yes, so that's that Krishna, and we have to serve like this way, and we have to remember always. That's I am finishing here, and if any comments, any questions, please you can share with me. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, you started with a very good, 3 points. 3S really is very, very important. And you have hinted with so many examples. from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita in your personal experience. That's really very, very helpful to understand by all the devotees what is the significance of 3S. But sometimes we know it, but we don't understand the real meaning of 3S, and we just move around here and there. Ultimately, we get lost. But with the guidance of our seniors and the Shastras and our spiritual master, we can direct ourselves to follow this 3S principle at all time so that we can mission our Krishna consciousness in the right direction with the blessings from our spiritual master, which you have explained, the direct service and the indirect service. That's a very good thing. I was not knowing about this. We are thinking that the Bapu and then Bani, but as you exemplified, that this direct service means when you are directly doing the service for the Lord Himself. Yeah, and indirect service we do for, as a Grihastha, we do for our family, but then again, it is offered to Krishna, so it becomes an indirect process. However, it's a good beginning and good lesson to understand the direct and indirect service instead of this Bapu and Bani. Thank you so much for
Thank you, Prabhu.
enlightening such a good examples.
Thank you, Prabhu. You nicely summarized. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the nice class. So many good points. The 3 S's. I was thinking I should also add another S because it says 7 service and the 7 service and the person being served. So we can also add another S, which is sadhana. That's the process.
Yes.
Yeah, so it will be more complete. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu.
So you should have 4 F's now. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah,
Thank you. Any other comments, realization you can share?
Hare Krishna, Mataji, just one point just came to my mind as you begin with your starting point. Similarly, we had the same experience when Nandabraja Prabhu came to our house just for a program of, I don't remember it is Kartik or
Kartik program. Yes,
it was
Simadhi Kartik
program.
program.
Yeah. So my wife was got connected, and then how it happens, the 2007, and everything gets rotated in their own direction. And slowly but steadily things got changed, and this is how we experience the what is should I call that
experience of spiritual
spiritual connection. So it is all from the mercy from devotees. So that's what it begins. We don't know where it will begin and how it flows. So that connectivity is very, very important. So it's a very nice lesson for all of us. We don't know the starting point, but somehow or others, like Krishna's mercy and ISKCON's influence, this will start slowly and will move around the world slowly but steadily, as Chaitanya Maha predicted. So all the towns and villages will have the same influence of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And the movement is, you can see how it is influencing, and in future, we can see it
will
moving
grow.
around the whole world. Yeah, that's how it happens. Thank you, Mataji.
Nolinikant Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Yes, I heard that from lecture, Sachinandan Prabhu from Melbourne. I will share you with that about the direct and indirect service. I will share with you, Prabhu. He has given the direct message. I will share. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Krishna Chaitanya, for sharing this. incident about the Damodar program. Yes, the Kartik month is coming. It's starting 8th of October. So we are already discussing some strategy for spreading the holy name, the glories of Damodar month. So be tuned. Sometimes we go somewhere, we don't know what effect it will have. Some people are very favorable, some are not. But once you plant the seed, it might fructify someday. So that is
Yes.
the-
Agyata Sukriti. Like prasad distribution, they don't know, but one day will come.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll end the class here. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Sudhan,
thank you
for
so
a
much.
very nice, wonderful
Yeah.
class. I pray Sita
Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Srimad
Prabhupada,
Bhagavatam class ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Gaur Bhaktin Gatam Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpataru
Kalpataru Bhaisya Kripa
Yeah.
Sindhu Bhaivacha
Yeah.
Patitana Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki